There is a man who walks into a room and says nothing. He does not introduce himself loudly. He does not try to impress anyone, and yet everyone notices him. You have seen this person, maybe once, maybe many times, and you probably asked yourself, what is it about him? What does he have that others do not? It is not his clothes, it is not his age, it is not even his success. It is something underneath all of that, something the Stoics understood long before modern psychology gave it a name. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be one." That single line contains everything. Because real attractiveness, the kind that does not fade, the kind that does not depend on lighting or mood or how well you slept, comes from who you actually are, not from what you perform. And here is the first thing that makes you instantly attractive without a single word. Stillness. Not silence, stillness. There is a difference. Silence can be awkward, empty, even fearful. But stillness is something else entirely. It is the quality of a person who is not anxious to fill every moment with noise, who does not check their phone every 90 seconds, who listens, truly listens, without preparing their next sentence while you are still speaking. In a world drowning in distraction and noise, a still person feels like solid ground. People are drawn to that without knowing why. The second thing is self-containment. You might be thinking right now, does that mean being cold, distant, hard to reach? No. It means you are not leaking. You are not constantly seeking approval. You are not adjusting your opinions based on who is in the room. Epictetus said, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." A self-contained person does not arrive at a conversation needing something from it. That quality, that quiet completeness, is magnetic. People sense immediately when someone needs their validation, and they sense just as quickly when someone does not. The second type is always more compelling. The third thing is composure under pressure. Watch how a person reacts when something goes wrong, when the plan falls apart, when someone speaks to them rudely, when life does not cooperate. That reaction tells you everything about who they are, and other people are always watching, even when they pretend not to be. The Stoics called this the discipline of reaction. Seneca wrote, "The greatest remedy for anger is delay, not suppression, delay." The person who pauses before responding, who does not match the energy of chaos around them, who remains measured when everyone else is scattered, that person radiates a kind of authority that no title or position can manufacture. The fourth thing is directness, not aggression, not bluntness for the sake of it, but the quiet confidence of someone who says what they mean and means what they say. Think about the people in your life who speak this way. They do not over-explain. They do not apologize for having an opinion. They do not wrap every statement in layers of qualification and uncertainty. When they say yes, it means yes. When they say no, that means no as well. In a world where most people are performing, hedging and managing impressions, a direct person is like a window in a room full of mirrors. And the fifth thing, perhaps the most important of all, is living in alignment. This is where Stoicism cuts deepest, because you can practice stillness, self-containment, composure, and directness, but if your daily life contradicts your values, people will feel it. Not always consciously, but they will feel it. Marcus Aurelius did not write his meditations for publication. He wrote them as private reminders to himself, to live according to his principles, even when no one was watching, especially when no one was watching. That consistency between private and public self creates an integrity that is visible without words. It shows in how you move, how you treat people who can do nothing for you, how you respond when you are tired or disappointed or afraid. Here is your practice for today. Choose one of these 5 qualities and ask yourself honestly, where am I performing it and where am I actually living it? Not as a judgment, as an observation. The Stoics were not interested in shame. They were interested in clarity. Clarity is where change begins. You do not need to announce who you are. You do not need to convince anyone of your worth. Live with enough stillness, enough integrity, enough quiet self-possession, and the right people will simply know.